What is happening, folks? It's Antar1011 here, and I am back with a new black and white battle. My opponent today is sushiking0906, and from the looks of his team, it looks to be a rain team. I mean, why else would you have a Polytoad? Considering it's not that great of a Pokemon. I don't think it was even UU last generation. But so anyway, the battle's going to go ahead and start, and I lead off with my Peanut, which is my shiny Donphan. I love that little Pokemon, and it does so well with what it does. So yeah, of course he leads off with his El Nino, his Drizzletoad, and I'm going to go ahead and just set up Stealth Rocks on the first turn. It's not surprising at all that he goes first, and he gets off a super effective Ice Beam. I'm actually thinking that I should be able to take this with a decent amount of HP left, but he gets a crit, which is somewhat unfortunate, but it is what it is. Peanut does have Sturdy, so that's why it makes such a good lead, and I go ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks, which is nice. So anyway, I'm going to have to pull back Peanut at this point. I figure I don't think he's going to set up Stealth Rocks of his own, and so I figure it'll be a good Pokemon to switch into later in the battle, and I send in my Rotom Wash form, which is easily going to resist that Ice Beam, and as you see, takes it quite well. Of course, that might have been a stupid move because his Polytoad could have been running Energy Ball, which would have hit me super effectively, but I didn't think of that at the time, and I go ahead and use Hidden Power Grass. No, I'm sorry, it's Hidden Power Ice. I was predicting a switch into his Garchomp, but he didn't switch into Garchomp, so I'm going to have to call back my my Rotom Wash form since it is Scarfed. Anyway, I send out my Ranunculus, which you might think that's kind of strange, sending out a Psychic type against a Ghost type, but it's a Dusclops who doesn't have that great attack or special attack or anything, and who usually uses status moves. So Dave now has the Toxic Orb, which is going to prevent it from getting any statuses at all from its opponent, and so that's pretty great. My opponent goes ahead and Seismic Tosses me after I get off a Calm Mind, and I go ahead and attack with Psyshock, just hoping to do some damage, and unfortunately I get a crit. He was really pissed about this. He said that his Dusclops could have walled my entire team, obviously carrying an Eviolite, but oh well, it's Pokemon, there's lots of hacks, but also I think that I could have countered him even if he managed to take out my Ranunculus, since I do have that Assaultgore with Final Gambit, rather. So anyway, I got distracted here. I switch in my human as he switches out his Durant, and I'm going to go ahead and resist his X-Scissor. 4X resist, I think? But so anyway, he goes ahead and Baton Passes. Not sure why I didn't just do a straight-up switch, but whatever. Because I don't think he's passing any stats. And he goes ahead and sends in his Gyarados, predicting that I'm going to use a fire move, which I do. And I saw that no one on his team had would possibly have Flash Fire. So I figured Flame Charge was a good move because it allows me to set up and it allows me to get fast. After this Flame Charge, I should be faster than his Gyarados, assuming it's not running max speed. Yeah, so there's some leftover recovery action, and in fact, I get my leftovers before him, so I'm pretty sure that's a strong indicator that I'm faster. So that's quite nice. So I'm going to go ahead and use Head Smash here. Even though I'm at -1 attack, I still think, considering Emboar has massive attack, I think that should be enough to kill it. And it actually is. So that's quite nice. I'm able to take out his Gyarados, which would have been a huge threat to my team, especially in the rain. The recoil hurts quite a bit, but I mean, Human has amazing HP, so it's able to tank it. Next out for him is his Shark Attack, which is his Garchomp. And I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I really don't want him to set up a Dragon Dance, so I stay in, and I was going to use, I'm not sure what I was going to use, maybe Head Smash, which would have been resisted, but doesn't matter, he takes me out with Earthquake, and considering the fact that he's faster, I'm thinking there's a good chance that he's Scarfed, so I go ahead and send in my Rotom Wash form, because that's going to force him to switch, and indeed he does switch. And out goes his El Nino, his Drizzletoad, and I predicted that, and so I went ahead and went for the Volt Switch, seeing that no one else on his team was immune to Electric type moves, so I was predicting a switch, and I managed to get his Politoed down to fairly low HP. If he switches again, I'm going to be able to take it out thanks to the Stealth Rock damage, because he doesn't appear to have any recovery items. Anyway, I switch in my Roomba, which is my Magnezone, and that causes him to switch out. He didn't see my air balloon, I guess. I guess he wasn't paying attention. But so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use Flash Cannon against his Garchomp and hope that, it does a decent amount to him. And as you see, it does, and especially what's especially great is that I get the special attack drop, or special defense drop. And yeah, he didn't see my air balloon. He went for the Earthquake, so that's going to cost him his Garchomp. So that kind of sucks. But it happens. It happens to the best of us. I've done stupid things too, like the time that I tried setting up and doing Dragon Dances against an unaware Quagsire, when I knew for a fact that its ability was unaware. Anyway, he switches out his Zapdos here, and so my attacks are going to be resisted against him because all I have is Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, and Hidden Power Fire, which is going to be lowered with its damage amount in the rain. Actually, Thunderbolt isn't resisted, and so that's what I go for. And I'm just hoping it's enough to break his sub, and it's not running a specially defensive set, and it is enough to break his sub, so that's quite nice. And so I'm just hoping that I'll be able to take this guy out. I'm really hoping he doesn't run the Heat Wave, but considering it's a rain team, even if he was running Heat Wave, it would only be, 1.5 times effective? No, I guess less than that. Rain, I think rain reduces your power a lot. But yeah, so he still hasn't broken my air balloon. He still hasn't attacked me, and I think he's just trying to stall me out, which he probably can do, but I'm hoping that before that happens, I'm going to get a Parahacks or something like that. So yeah, here he goes for the Thunderbolt, and that's going to be resisted by me since I'm part electric type and that my other half isn't resisted to it. My other half isn't weak to it. But so that's not going to do too much to me except for pop my air balloon, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anyone on this team who's going to attack me with a ground type move, so pretty good for me. Anyway, I get him down to fairly low HP here, and he just keeps attacking, deciding not to sub up or roost or do anything like that. And I'm hoping that I can take it out this turn. So I go for the Thunderbolt. It's going to hit him pretty hard. And drumroll please, does it take him out? And yes it does. His Zapdos goes down, and now he's down to his now he sends out his El Nino, and who is going to die from the Stealth Rock damage. So bye-bye Politoed. Yeah, sorry, it looked like my emulator was going really slow there, but it's actually just because his El Nino was going slowly because it was almost dead. It's really cool how the animations do that. Anyway, he gets off a Hone Claws on his Durant. I'm not sure why. I guess maybe he thought that I didn't have the Hidden Power Fire. But Hidden Power Fire is going to be more than enough to take that thing out, even in the rain. And so that's good game. Hope you enjoyed that match, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, and check out my channel, and I will be back next week. So long, folks.